So I built this RAG-based AI application that leverages Google's Gemini File Search tool for managing the RAG and n8n for managing the entire application. So let me quickly take you through this particular application. So what you're seeing on the screen is the user interface which the recruitment or the HR team will have. These are all the active requisitions, maybe they were just posted, and currently we don't see any particular candidates or applications on the file. Now, this also has a chatbot interface where the recruiter or the HR person could just go ahead and ask very specific questions on which are the candidates who have this particular skill. So this is obviously not going to work if you do not have the resumes on file. So what I'm going to show you here is once someone applies, so let's say that this is a new resume that just came in, and as soon as this comes in, like this particular workflow from n8n will kick in, and this will upload this into the Gemini file search store. Now, if I come back here and refresh, you can immediately see that there is one candidate who has come here. Now, if I go back and upload another resume here, again, this will get triggered. The process is running and the file is being uploaded to the Gemini file search store. And you will see very quickly here, now we have two candidates, right? At any point in time now, we can go ahead and ask a question from the system. So I'm going to ask, hey, do we have anyone with the MLOps experience? So this is a very specific question, right? And it was able to find, yes, we have one candidate with MLOps experience, and they're also mentioning the name. So here, if you click on this is Michael O'Connor, and it was able to identify just from this here, they have the MLOps experience. Now let's look at this. Now I'm going to ask even more specific question to this. So I'm going to say that, hey, do we have anyone with experience? So what needs to happen is, because this is being indexed and stored as embeddings, there is a vector search which is running and comparing our questions embeddings versus the existing answers. And there you go, we are able to find the person with that specific skill, right? So this is Dr. Priya Patel, and we are able to find that she has this particular skill. So that is the application that I built. And if I click on the backend, like this is where it is using the Gemini API, because the file search store tool is part of the Gemini API. And here you have the capability to go ahead and create the file search store. So I'm going to get into all of this in detail. And then I was using this particular file search store where all of these resumes are automatically getting stored in as part of what I have built as the workflow in n8n. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to take you through step by step of how I was able to build this, how I was able to combine the Gemini API file search store tool with n8n, and how I was able to automate this so that the end user who is on the business side do not need to do this quite often. So they will just have an interface like this where they're able to just go and have a conversation. But before we go there, I want to make sure we understand the fundamental difference between traditional RAG and a managed RAG leveraging Gemini's file search tool. So any RAG system is all about grounding your large language model with your data. So it all starts with data. And Gemini File Search API is different in how it manages the process of handling that data. This is how the traditional RAG pipeline goes, right? So we ingest the data, and that's where we do a bunch of chunking and splitting of text into tokens. And then we create the embeddings, which is deep vector representation, and then store those embeddings in the vector database, right? So that is the hard part when you are creating a RAG yourself. And then comes the second phase where you're retrieving the information, right? So at runtime, when the user actually queries, we will convert that query to the same vector space, and then we will do a comparison of what the user had asked and what we have got. And then based on that, we will have an answer. Now, when it comes to Gemini API file search tool, you can see that all of the steps are actually automated for you. The only key step required is to create the file store. So now that you have understood the difference, let's get into the step-by-step of building this. As I just mentioned, right, like the only step which is required here is to actually create the file search store. So what I did was I actually gave the UI the ability for it to create the file search store. So this could be, depending on a bunch of requirements that are coming in, you are able to create the file search store here itself. So this is where you can type in, let's say that I want to create an AI ML ops. So as soon as I click on this, what it has done is it has gone back and created the file search store. So if you see here, this is where the creation of the file search store API is, and I used this in the backend in order for it to create the file search store, right? So now it is in the format of this, so it'll become the store name, and that is what exactly has happened. So you can see that it has file search store, which is AI ML ops in this, right? So in order to make it really dynamic, what I did was I copy pasted this into my Google Sheet config. So this allows me to make it super dynamic, right? So whenever someone has the capability to go ahead and create the file search store here, you can then point your n8n automation to that particular file search store instead of hard coding it. So now let's look at the n8n automation. That this is pretty straightforward here, where I've got 3 different blocks. The first block really takes care of the Google Drive trigger and then attaching the file store ID and then downloading the file. So this is going to be the most easiest one for you guys to configure. All I'm doing is here, as soon as anytime a new resume gets uploaded, I want to have a trigger set. And then I'm basically attaching the file store's active store ID, which we got from over here, right? So that is what I'm attaching so that I can make it dynamic. And then this one is where I'm giving it an operation to download. See, we have to upload an actual resume, so just passing the file name is not going to cut it. And this is why this particular step is very important. So once we have got the downloadable file, this is where now you have the actual file search store process going on. Now, there are 2 steps which are going to go here, right? Number 1 is where we will upload the file, and then the second piece is we will index it. And all of this is actually available as part of the documentation. So I'm going to help you with the links, etc. But just for us to refer here, right? So the first step here is we're providing the URL in the post method, where we are simply saying that upload the file. So you can see this as part of the documentation, where we have already created the file search store in the previous step. And then next one is where we are uploading the file. This is exactly the same call that you see over here. So that is the step that we are taking, right? So that is where it is uploading. It is still not indexed. And that is where the next step will be to index the file. So this is where you're passing the active store, which we had captured from the Google Sheet, and then indexing the file. So this is the keyword here, where you are able to go ahead and indexing the file into the file search store, right? So you can see that here you have to pass the store name and then obviously pass your Gemini API key. And this is a step which is basically managing the RAG process for you, right? So now, well, this particular file is indexed and is basically ready for you to go ahead and have a conversation with. So what I did over here was also appended this to my sheet here so that I can then do a count of the number of resumes that I've got. So if you look at the dashboard here, I was able to show you 2, because in front of you guys, I basically drag and dropped 2 different resumes, right? So that is why to make this live analytics, I'm basically getting all of those details from this Google Sheet. All right, so what you really saw was an end-to-end automation which was built using n8n, which actually leveraged the Google File Search Store tool in order to automate the entire RAG process. We went through this where we uploaded a resume in Google Drive, which triggered this particular workflow. And then we took the active store ID from the UI itself just to make it more dynamic. And then this particular node downloaded the file and attached the store ID. And then we went into the RAG process where we uploaded and indexed. And we also provided the output to the Google Sheet so that we can get this live analytics. And then this is where the dashboard is, where you can see that this is the system repository. In the backend, you can configure all of these things. And then you can basically have a specific chat based on any kind of question that you have for all the resumes put together, right? So now if you were to build this sometime back before having a managed RAG system, you can absolutely go ahead and build this, but it would take a lot more time and a lot more complex processes, as I had explained before. And now this makes it pretty easy. And to run this, it's also pretty cheap. As you can see, the rate limits are pretty generous, and you can have maximum file size up to 100 MB, and then the total tier size for a particular project up to 1 terabyte. And then the pricing is also pretty generous, where the storage is free, the query time is free, and then the only price is really around indexing, which makes sense. All right, so that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you found some value in this. If you have any questions, as always, please let me know in the comment section and I'll do my best to answer them. If you enjoyed the video, please do hit that like button and please do subscribe. It helps me a lot. Thank you once again for your time. I will see you in the next one.